Purpose of this tutorial is to show you how to use the tools available to all Missouri Southern State University students to record a PowerPoint and save it as an MP4 format. So I'm going to go down to email and I'll open that up. And as email comes up, you'll see your email, and then over on the left-hand side, you're going to see these dots. And so I'll select that. And here's all of the apps that are available to us. So I'm on PowerPoint. Now it's going to ask me to either create a blank presentation or upload a file. In this case, I've already made a PowerPoint presentation, so I'm going to upload a file. And I find that file. So I open it up. And you'll see we have the file here. That this is my completed file, and you'll see the main page. I'm going to click on Notes, and you'll see that I've put some notes down at the bottom of each one of my slides. The reason for that is when I get ready to record, this will show up to where it will either give me the exact script I want, or at least jog my memory what I want to say about those particular slides. You'll also notice that we do not have the ability to record when we use the online only. So come over here and select Open in Desktop. And once you open it in Desktop, you're going to see a record. And whenever we select record, then we'll see these different items down here from the beginning slide, but now we can record. I'm going to put a cameo in, and I'm going to do it for each slide. I can do it for just one slide and then skip one, then do another one. But in this case, I'm just going to select all sides because I'm going to put my face in it. So it comes down. This is what I like. There are multiple other ways you'll see up here. You can put them in and adjust them. And so I'm just going to make a little round one. And so you say, well, there's the cameo. Is that what you got? And the answer is no. I'm going to click on the camera, and that should bring me up, and there I am. Okay. Now, the nice thing about this is that if my face or my cameo is blocking something I want people to see, so for instance here, I want people to see that this song was written by Lennon McCartney. So I'm going to move myself over here. Okay. There we go. So for this particular slide, I'll come up here, and then the next one, if I like it where it is, I'll leave it. If not, I can move it around. Okay, so I think we're about ready to record. So I'm going to come over here to record, and I'm going to do it from the beginning. So I'm going to select beginning, and it brings up my script, and it also has my PowerPoint. Now the PowerPoint, this will be the only thing that will be recorded in this box here, so don't be concerned about that. Now if this doesn't come up like this, come down here to Views and then select Teleprompter. So once you get Teleprompter, then it's going to allow you to have your notes in there. So we're ready to go, I think. So you'll see this little red dot. So I'm going to record. The idea here is I can click on this, I can record, then I'll stop when I'm finished with what I want to say about this particular slide. And then I'll show you if I don't like it, I can re-record it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to run it, and I will show you what happens if I make a mistake. So I'm going to click the red. It's going to give me a countdown. So after 1, with a little help from my friends, Ringo Starr and George Harrison. Now I'm going to stop it. And I realized that it was a song by Lennon McCartney and not Harrison and Starr. So I'm going to go, well, that didn't turn out right. I'm going to fix it. And I also may do it if I make any error or I think I didn't put the right emphasis on it. So I'm going to come down here and it says retake video on the current slide. Once I select this, I'm going to get the countdown again. Then I can say what I want to say. With a little help from my friends, Lennon McCartney. Then I'll come and select that, shut it off. Okay. Now, what's going to happen here is I'm giving you this tutorial. That's a slight problem because I was showing you what to do about clicking it on and off, so my voice is going to be talking like that. So I'm going to record this again, and I am not going to give direction on it. So I'm going to do the current slide again. I made a mistake on the same slide, so I want to re-record. With a little help from my friends by Lennon McCartney. Okay, there we go. So I'm happy with that one. So I should be able to go to the next slide. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to select the next slide. And when that comes up, it's going to give me, again, my new prompt. And we good. Now again, what do I have here? I'm blocking things out. I don't like that. So on this one, I'm going to move me. So I'm going to go to edit. And I'm going to move me up here. Then I'm going to go back to record. And I'm going to, from the current slide. What would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Okay, so I'm satisfied with that. So I'm going to select the next one. Okay, I don't like that again because I'm here. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to go back to edit. And I'm going to move me up here. And then I'm going to have the same issue here. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that one right now too. So I'm going to move those up here. So let's go ahead and just move everybody while we're at it. Okay. And we'll go back to record. And I want to record this from this slide. So I'm going to go ahead and get me back in there. Then I'm going to record from the current slide. And I'm going to record. Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. And I'll try not to sing out of key. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with that one. So I'm going to go ahead and click to number 4. And to record it. I get by with a little help from my friends. I'm going to try with a little help from my friends. Okay, so I can see here that I did not get the words properly on that. So I'm going to re-record. So I'm going to re-record. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Okay, I was happy with that. So we'll get to the last one here. And I'm going to record it. I'm going to try with a little help from my friends. Okay. So I have all those. So I think, well, that's pretty good. I could go ahead and export it, but I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go to preview. And I'm going to select on preview. I'm going to try with a little help from my. And I actually want to do it from the beginning. So here we go. Let's see what happens. I'm going to start it from the beginning in preview. With a little help from my friends by Lennon McCartney. What would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm going to try with a little help from my friends. Okay, so I looked at that and I go, well, that wasn't bad, except I did make a mistake, and it was on the second slide. So I'm going to go back to the second slide, and I am going to redo the slide. What would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Okay. So I'm going to be happy with that. I could go through, it's not that long. I could go through and do a review again here, which I guess let's just go ahead and do that. What the heck? With a little help from my friends by Lennon McCartney. What would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm going to try with a little help from my friends. All right, so there we go. I am pretty happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to export it. And so it comes up with a file name here. I can change that if I want. And I'm going to select here and tell it where I want it to go. So in this particular case, I am going to send it to my hard drive. And I can pick the file I want it to go in. So I'll bring it down here. Then I'll go ahead and I'll select export where I want it to be. And it'll probably take just a little bit for it to do it. Okay, and there it is. It's successfully uh, loaded. Then I can view and share the video. So if I click here, then it'll bring it up, and then here's my MP4. And I can do a couple things here. I can come over here and I can get a copy of the link. I can share it. But probably what you're going to end up doing is you're going to go to where that file was. You'll probably be interested in seeing how you submit this. So we're going to go to Blackboard here. I'll just go to an assignment. And so in this particular case, this one would be the group, or I'm sorry, the presentation for the project group. So you would select that link, you would view instructions, and then simply you would take the attachment and you would go find the file that you just completed, and I would select that. I'll do an open. And you can see it's starting to download here. Take just a second. And it's going to load itself up. And we want to save it. And lo and behold, here it comes. So whenever I get ready to review your assignment, it will be downloaded and I can come and review it. So that's how you do it. So it doesn't have the greatest editing capability, but it does let you do a slide by slide. And, if you make mistakes, you can fix it up. So that's how you do it. If you have any questions, you can email me at myers-d@mssu.edu, or you can contact me using messages.